Hello students, how are you? This is Matthew sir, once again giving you an information for your chapter 2 of geography. Okay, so today we have already done the chapter 1, that is field visit. I hope that questions which were given to you towards the end of the topic of field visit, you might have read the chapter and accordingly answered the questions. Okay, that was basically a reading lesson, but what are the important questions which can come, I had already given in the field visit. Today we are going to start the second chapter. Okay, let me see, you may find it very interesting. Let us go down to the first slide. Okay, before starting the lesson, we already know that this year we are going to study about one more country along with India, that is Brazil. Brazil is a country which we are going to compare in each and every topics. So wherever we are going to learn, whatever we are going to learn, for example, this topic which is called as a location and extent, when we are going to learn this topic, here also we are going to learn about, we are particularly going to learn about the Brazil. Okay, so when we are going to learn about Brazil in the second chapter, we should know about the details about Brazil first, because about India we already know. Okay, so here I have put some general knowledge about this particular country. Okay, not only towards the starting I have put this general knowledge about Brazil, but also what I have done is I have also put towards the end of this topic I have put some few more informations about the flag of Brazil. So I hope this will be interesting, this will make your chapter interesting. Please remember, for the entire year, in all the 9 chapters, okay, or maybe the 8 chapters, first chapter if we leave, we will field visit, all 8 chapters we are going to compare India and Brazil together. Now Brazil is the largest country in South America, we already know that, you might be also knowing that. The name of the Brazil came from a tree called as Brazil wood. It is called Brazil in Portuguese. Okay, it is called as Brazil, B-R-A-S-I-L, Brazil in Portuguese, the official language spoken in Brazil. And why? Because Portuguese people ruled Brazil, that we are going to see in the chapter. Brazil is the only country in South America that speaks Portuguese. Okay, Portugal is in, if you know, it is in Europe, but those people, they colonized Brazil, and that's why we can see the language of these people is Portuguese. Portugal claimed the land of Brazil in the year 1500, okay, when the colonies were made by the European people. The independence was declared in 1822. Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world by both land area and population. Okay, and population wise also you might be knowing that the top country is China, followed by India, and then USA. Okay, we got two more countries in between. One is Indonesia, and there is Pakistan, and then we have got Brazil as a 5th largest. No, not Pakistan. It is after Indonesia, you have got Brazil, 5th largest country in terms of population also, and in terms of land also. The population is to 2012 was around 194 million people. Okay, that is it is roughly around 194 million, around 19 crores. Okay, it's very very less as compared to that of India. The capital city is Brasilia, with the largest city is Sao Paulo. The other major cities include Rio de Janeiro, Salvador, and Fortaleza. Now in Brazil, they drive on the right hand side. We know that we have a left hand side drive on the road. They have got right hand side drive on the road. Brazil has the largest coastline in the eastern side of South America. That stretches to 7,491 kilometers. Okay, it is almost the length of the Indian also. So that is what is the coastline they are having. Okay, India does not have that much coastline, yes, but put together India has east-west, put together India has that type of coastline. But here Brazil on the eastern side only have the coastline, but that is equivalent to that of India's both east and west, 7,491. Brazil shares a border with all the South American countries except Chile and Ecuador. Okay, Chile and Ecuador it doesn't share. Remaining all the countries share the borders. Now let us move down to the next information slide. It talks about Brazil covers around 3 time zones. Okay, in India we have got one standard time zone, IST, Indian Standard Time, but in Brazil you have got 3 time zones. Brazil has one of the largest economy in the world. It has got one of the largest economy in the world. Remember all these points. Brazil is one of the 77 founding members of United Nations. India is also one of the founder members of the United Nations. Okay, the Amazon River, which is one of the biggest river in Brazil, the second longest river in the world after River Nile, okay, which is there in Egypt. Around 60% of the Amazon rainforest is located in Brazil. The rest of the forest is located in the nearby countries of Brazil, but 60% is located in Brazil itself, which constitutes around more than 50% of the land of Brazil. Climate is in the major of Brazil is tropical climate, like what climate we are having, tropical type of climate, because we already will see that how equator passes from the northern side of Brazil. Then Brazil is the home of a wider range of animals, including the armadillo, tapirs, jaguars and pumas, that we are going to see in the animal world as we proceed in the other lessons. Human activities such as logging, mining, fishing, agriculture are important to Brazilian economy. Okay, these are all activities which are done in India also. Millions of tourists visit Brazil every year. They are found, there are around 2,500 airports in Brazil. 2,500, can you imagine that? It's very, very high. Okay, as compared to that with India. Football is the most popular sports in Brazil, with the national team consistently among the best in the team, winning the World Cup a record 5 times. Okay, that shows that how much they love football. And for more information, okay, we'll check on the later on. We'll see about the Brazilian flag. Okay, so let us go down to the lesson. We'll start a lesson. And the name of the lesson is location and extent. Let us see location and extent of both the countries. India, the location extent is 68 degree and 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degree and 25 minutes east longitude. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the central part of India. See, we have got Tropic of Cancer, which is passing through the central part of India. Brazil, the location extent is 34 degree 45 minutes west longitude. So India, you got east. Brazil is extreme west, is 73 degree and 48 minutes west longitude. You have to remember this. In the fill in blanks, it can be asked. The equator passes through the northern part of the Brazil, and Tropic of Capricorn passes through the southern part of Brazil. That is what you have to remember, that what is the difference between these two countries. Okay, you keep on remembering the difference between these two countries in terms of latitude and latitude, that is location and extent. Now let us move down to the comparison further. Here you can see there are two flags which has been mentioned, which have been shown here, India and Brazil. If you see, India is the second largest populated country in the world after China, wherein Brazil is the 5th largest populated country in the world. India is famous for spices in the world. Brazil is famous in the world for coffee. Cricket is a popular game in India. Football is a popular sport in Brazil. Okay, and if you see the dance format, India is famous for the Kathakali dance, that is and Bharatanatyam dance, and Brazil is famous for the Samba dance. Okay, so you can see the clear difference between the two in terms of the flag as well as in terms of their rankings in the world and what are they famous for, what is popular in that particular country. Okay, let us move on to the next slide. Okay, we call India as the Republic of India. Okay, wherein we call Brazil as the Federative Republic of Brazil. Both means the same. A republic is nothing but of a country which has got various small states who have come down and who have joined together to form one country. Same like India has got states, Brazil also. So both are republic countries. Okay, both are the countries which follow the constitution. So we have got a republic, federative republic country which follows the constitution, capital of India is New Delhi, capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Okay, the location, India lies in the northern part and the eastern hemisphere of the earth, and India is located in the southern part of the Asian continents. If you see continent wise, India is in the south, but if you see the location wise on the earth, India is in the eastern hemisphere and India is located in the north. Okay, because the equator pass is just below India. Now the capital Brasilia, with Brazil, location of Brazil, if you see some part of northern hemisphere, some part of it is in northern hemisphere because equator passes through Brazil. Okay, on the map you can see it is passing through, where in India we have seen Tropic of Cancer passing, right? So here we are seeing that the equator is passing from the north, so somewhat very less part of Brazil you can see it is in the northern part, whereas most of the part you will have in the southern hemisphere. It lies in the northern part of South America. Okay, it is in the northern part compared to that continent. Okay, South American continent, it lies in the north. India as compared to the continent lies in the south. So you can see a little vice versa between these two countries. Okay, in this clear cut you can see the differences between these two countries. I hope these maps will give a correct idea for you. Okay, and this is a very simple lesson. We can very easily cover it. Like the first chapter we covered it, same way this can be done immediately. Let us go down to the next, Republic of India, which are the neighboring countries and the seas and the oceans. If you see on the eastern side, we have got Bangladesh, Myanmar, Bay of Bengal. Northern side we have got China, Nepal, Bhutan, Afghanistan, West Pakistan and Arabian Sea, and south we have got Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka, Indonesia, they are not immediate neighbors, but they are, yes, they are the countries which are there. Okay, there is something which is getting high, a little bit hided. Let me push it a little up. Okay, if I just push this map a little up, I can get some information which is there. Okay, the tip of India. Okay, yes, tip of India, which is located the last tip called as an Indira tip. Okay, if you can reduce this, okay, I will just make it, I will move it, and you will understand, you will get it to read it. Let us push it ahead. Indira point is the southernmost point tip of India. Okay, it is located on the 6th degree. It is 6 degree 4 minutes parallel. Okay, it is located at 6 degree 4 minutes parallel. So this is what you have to understand about. This is just you have to for your understanding that what is that Indira point and where it is located. It is located in the southernmost tip of India. Okay, let me bring this back down. Okay, so basically it is I will not push it more because otherwise it will create problem for the entire PPT. Now let us go down to the right hand side and let us see what is stored for us for our okay students, let us see the right hand side. We have got Federative Republic of Brazil. Okay, and you have seen on the northern side there are countries like French Guiana, we have got Guyana, Suriname, Venezuela, we have got North Atlantic Ocean. These are there on the northern side. So you have to remember this very clearly. Okay, because in geography you have got question sets. You know that there are various types of questions which are being asked, so you need to do this objective type of questions very properly. On the western side you have got Peru, Colombia, Bolivia. You have got southern side you have Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. South Atlantic Ocean, Argentina is yet another country which plays football, and east you have got Pacific Ocean. So on the eastern front only you have got ocean there. Okay, on the right hand side, sorry, on the western side you have got countries border. Okay, on the north and the south also you have got, okay, south you have got, yes, Atlantic Ocean, but on the eastern side it has got Pacific Ocean. Now east side there is Pacific Ocean, that is correct. But then what is important here is, what is important for you is you don't have a complete east here. Okay, north is there, very well covered, west is very well covered, southern part is very well covered. Okay, and Paraguay is there, one which is there, Paraguay and Uruguay is there, and Argentina is there in the south. So please go through this all things properly. Okay, then uh, eastern side you have got mostly you'll have Peru and Bolivia. Okay, Peru, Colombia and Bolivia, they will be on the western side, as well as you can consider that you got South Atlantic Ocean, you got North Atlantic Oceans. Okay, so on the eastern side you have got they have given on the southern side Atlantic Ocean. Okay, let me correct here, it is on the okay students, I have made that correction, that is on the eastern side you don't have Pacific Ocean, you have got Atlantic Ocean only. Okay, so on the south also you have got Atlantic Ocean, the entire east is covered with Atlantic Ocean, and we have seen that the north side you have got French Guyana, Suriname, Venezuela. So all three sides, almost three sides, they have got you have got the land borders, and on one side you have got the sea border, that is Atlantic Ocean. Okay, wherein India you got two side sea borders. So this comparison has to be understood properly. Let us go down to the next, Republic of India. Let us go to the background of this country. Our country, we already know that was ruled by the British for almost 1.5 century, 150 years, got independence in the year 1947, 15th of August. Despite facing several problems, India as a country faced 3 wars, 2 with Pakistan, 1 with China. Famine situation was tremendous here. At the same time, you might be knowing a lot of problems India faced on partition and all that. Similar issues after independence. India is a major developing country now in the world, okay, and a global market also. So a lot of progress India has made, and all this is because of the economic reforms. From time to time, India has got, okay, in India's economic development, and that is India has paced up. The proportion of youth in this country is very, very high. India is looked upon in the world as a young country. Okay, now on the right hand side you are seeing the emblem of India. So that is what you have to understand about this country. Okay, let us move on to see Brazil. The emblem of Brazil is also given here. Now, Federative Republic of Brazil was under Portuguese rule for more than 3 centuries. That is 300 years. Can you imagine? Gained its independence in 1822. From 1930 to 1985, after gaining independence from Portuguese, again this country was dragged into one of the populist military government. That means a dictator government was there. It has to overcome these global financial difficulties in the late 20th century. But now today Brazil is seen as one of the contributors to the economic growth of the world, and a very, very important market in the future also. Okay, it is a friend country of India. India is a very good supporter of Brazil. A lot of things are get exported from India as well as Brazil. Okay, both these countries are very well economic partners also. That's why we are learning it also. Okay, let us move on to the next slide. Again, there is a comparison in terms of 3 things here: independence, type of government, and how does it got its name from. Let us see to India, Republic of India and Republic of Brazil. The independence here, India is 15th of August, and where is Brazil is 7th of September. Okay, the next month itself. The type of government, we are seeing federal parliament, republic government. So here we have got a parliamentary government, they have got a presidential government. That's it, that is the difference. Otherwise both are republic governments. India got its name from this old word called as Indus. You already know we are famous for the Indus Valley civilization, and from there the name comes that Hindu, and the Indus river which flows into India, this Hindu river, and that is how India, the word comes. Brazil got its word from pau Brazil, a local wooded tree. So that is how the name of Brazil comes from. So I hope that you got enough information about both this country. Same thing is given everything in the textbook, and this is what you have to learn also. Okay, now let us go to some extra information. What does it say on the Brazil national flag? The Brazil national flag has, what they have written is the motto, and that is Ordem e Progresso. You might have seen, okay, if you close up this picture of the flag, you will automatically see this motto which is given here. That means order and peace. Ordem and Progresso means order and peace. That is what they want for their country. The green area of the flag has a yellow rhombus in the middle, and the center of this yellow rhombus is a blue disc like circle. okay, or celestial globe, which is depicting starry sky, which has 27 white 5-pointed stars and a curved white equatorial band with there, okay, with a national slogan motto which is written as Ordem or Progresso. Okay, we already seen that what it means. Now let us move on and see. Uh, the green color represents here the tropical Amazon rainforest. Okay, so let us see the coloring of the flag. What does it mean? We already know about our color of the flag. Okay, in detail. We are trying to learn as information about this country. Okay, which you are going to learn throughout the year. Now the rainforest, green color, the fauna and the flora, the pantanal and the green forest, and the jungle along the Atlantic Oceans, everything, okay, that goes into that. Then comes the yellow color, stands for the wealth of the nations, because they are rich in soil as well as gold and natural resources. So that is the two colors basically comes from. So the rhombus yellow color and green color flag, which is background. Okay, so we have got the meaning of that too. Let us go on to the next. What does Ordem or Progresso means here? We know that means order and progress. The slogan basically is actually as well as the motto of positivism. Okay, it also mentions, quoting the French philosopher Auguste Comte, l'amour order pour principles for base. Okay, which means in English, love as a principle and order is as a basis. Love as a principle and order as a basis. Okay, progress is the goal. What is that? Progress is the goal. So that is what basically they mean. The yellow and green color area represents a Braganza Habsburg dynasty. Now Braganza Habsburg dynasty, Braganza, the first emperor of Brazil. Okay, Braganza was the first emperor of Brazil, and Habsburg. Okay, Braganza, the first emperor of Brazil, Habsburg, his wife. Okay, Empress Maria Habsburg is another empire. That's why we call it Braganza Habsburg. Now Braganza is one empire and Habsburg is another empire. So Braganza, you got emperor there. Okay, we have already seen Braganza, the first emperor of Brazil. We are seeing that, and the Habsburg dynasty. From there we have got the Empress Maria Leopoldina. Okay, so that is how the Braganza Habsburg dynasty, the yellow and the green color represents. Okay, and it has therefore been a unique identity mark of the Brazilian flag also. So there also the color comes from. So you need to understand that. The yellow also represents gold reserves. We already seen that. Okay, and the green, the Amazon forest, the Panama, the Atlantic jungle, everything. Okay. The current designs of the national flag was officially adopted by Brazil on November 19. Okay, in 1889, replacing the previous flag of the Empire of Brazil 4 days after Brazil became a republic. The Marshal Deodoro do Fonseca was the provisional president, and he was the one who ordered the new flag he ordered. It was designed by Romando Teixeira Mendes along the help of Manuel Pereira Reis, Miguel Ramos, and Jacob Villares. The blue circular disc of the celestial globe represents the night sky of Rio de Janeiro when it became republic, even in terms of the individual positioning of the stars. So the stars meant that, but that star also has got some other value. Let us see in the next. What does the star means? Brazilian national flag also shows 27 stars representing Brazilian states. Okay, though they might be having some astronomical correction also of the stars which we are seeing here. Okay, that is the stars which are seen in Rio de Janeiro night sky, but they also mean 27 Brazilian states. Unlike USA flag, the stars on Brazilian flag represents a particular state. Each 27 states represents specific state. Each 27 stars represents specific states of Brazil, plus one federal district. Okay, one of the federal district. Now Brazil federal district means the entire country they are talking about. Like Brazil's National Act number 5700 from September 01, 1971 describes how the flag shows stars in the sky seen from Rio de Janeiro. How they are seen. Okay, how the stars sees, same way how the stars are seen from Rio de Janeiro, same way they are arranged in this flag. But actually they are representing not the stars, but they are representing the 27 states. So some astronomical connection along with the the exact connection of the states. But the fact 16, since six new states were added to the country, the flags were kept on revised. Okay, and actually it has got an astrological coordinates also, but actually the flag actually astrological coordinates means like what we see the different rashis. Okay, or when we see some certain signs in India. Okay, so same way they are arranged in that manner only. There are on 3 different occasions the additional stars were added to it. So initially in 1960 there were 22, 168, then 23, and 1992 they have made it 27. Okay, so this is how the flags of Brazil is. I hope that I have given you enough information about Brazil. So not only we learned the entire chapter, okay, but we have covered the entire extra points also. I will request you to please go through the textbooks, okay, and please answer the questions. All the answer you will find it in this PPT slides only. Okay, so most of the answers you will find it here. You have to see the map of India and Brazil, and what you have to see is you should be able to highlight, you should be able to draw or locate the equator. You should be able to locate the neighbors, okay, properly of Brazil. Okay, India you can do it very easily. For Brazil you can do it. Capital city of Brazil, at least that much you should be able to do it. So I hope that you have understood this part of the chapter. This is it entire chapter. So we have completed 2 chapters in 2 specific lectures. What you need to do is you need to practice now these lessons, both these lessons, and you should be prepared for an exam also. As soon as we'll next time we'll start with the 3rd chapter. 3rd chapter is a little fast, so there you will have it will be little lengthy also, so explanation is also there. But I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, as you got a lot of information about Brazil. So thank you very much for attending this lecture. I request you to go through this lecture 2 to 3 times. Don't just see it once and try to understand it. This is not a live lecture, it has been recorded, so you need to go, you need to listen to it, you need to read the textbook again. After reading the textbook again, go through the question answers part. When we will be in front of each other, that time I will take care of your doubts. Okay, till then be safe, stay at home, study, make a planning for study. Okay, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.